best hunters.
What's truly good with you guys today? I have before you the Novation Launchkey MK4. This is the 49 key joint, and I want to give you guys my thoughts on it. So I'm just gonna go right out of the gate. The keys feel a lot better. We have a new key bed. This is basically a similar key bed to the 88 key of the Launchkey 88, which is the semi kind of weighted. This feels way better. Way better. Now it's still cheap. It is still not elite. It doesn't feel like a professional synth, key bed, but it's just substantially better from the MK3. Now we have our new LED, kind of small, but we can at least see a little bit more on it. I like that it is placed in the center now instead of it being on the left. It's giving a little bit of M audio with this new build, the squarish kind of look, especially on the top. So I want to do my due diligence, guys. So what you get is you have your sustain, you now have your MIDI, your 5-pin MIDI cable in the back, and then we have a USB-C now. Then of course we have our normal stuff. You guys already know the pitch, modulation, octave buttons. We do have this new area down here now for volume control or custom modes, fader modes that you can put this in. And in this area, we now have a new layer and split mode. I'm gonna demonstrate the split mode because it's kind of fun. All right, then we have our navigation tools here, and I am using Ableton, so we're gonna talk about that navigation. We have DAW Control now. We're gonna talk about that in a minute too. So if I come over here to Ableton, you can see that I can navigate through my track. And you can do the same thing in Logic Pro, FL Studio, Cubase, I believe, and I'll leave the rest on the screen for you guys of the compatibility. So we have our scale mode, which is basically you can lock in the keys so you don't play a bad note. Now, if I play anything else, it's locked into the scale. We have our ARPs, of course. This is deep. I could spend the whole video on the ARP modes and all the new things it can do, but here's just a basic example. All right, so you can go to the menus and change it and do all kind of weird, crazy stuff with it. Then we have our chord map mode. This is new. They've added some new complex things in here now, and you can actually see the chords on the screen now. All right, now you can get deep into it and you can make it do some crazy stuff. So if I come over here and I go to user chord, I have this set. So we're going to use this in application, but you can do that. Then we have fixed chord, where we can play a chord and it will fix everything to it. So let's say something like this. It's going to fix all of the notes to play that major 7. Now this could be cool if you find the right patch and you can actually treat it like a sample, like you're triggering a sample, but you have to know what chord to play into it. So over here, this is where we can go down our session view right over here. So you can see here, I got something queued up for you guys. We're gonna vibe out once again. So here's where I can control that and launch my scenes. So over here, we have our normal knobs. We can use these for different functions. So let's say if I'm running a device, I can set this to device. I mean, the normal stuff, guys. So I can hit shift and then go to plugin. And now I can actually control a plugin. So I'm currently on the compressor. And if I turn this knob right here, you can see I'm moving the threshold up and down on this. This is the function button, and you can change this to whatever you want to put this into solo modes, clip launch mode, which is the native, and then you have your stops, so you can do that too and do some cool stuff there. Mutes, if you want to do like some MPC style stuff, you can do that. Then we have our new placement of the semi transport. So we have our capture MIDI. So basically we can play something, let's say something like this. I'm gonna come over here into this view Let's just say I'm goofing around here. I can go to capture MIDI, and then boom, it captured exactly what I just played. All right, you can do this in session view as well, but again, I got a vibe queued up for you guys, and we're gonna jam out in just a few. We have our undo, we have quantize, turn the metronome on and off, the usual stuff, and then our transport, stop, you know, loop, play, and record. Now with the transport jammed into the right section right here, I really don't know how I feel about that at the moment, coming from the previous gen where we have everything kind of separated out. This looks more futuristic, but I like everything kind of being, you know, organized like this where I can have a natural feel. Whereas with the new one, I don't know, it feels like you can make some errors with that. You can probably press the wrong button. It's just an adjustment, that's all. All right, and as far as the pads, how they feel for the drums. It doesn't feel bad at all. It's definitely not like an MPC, but they don't feel horrible. So what I'm gonna do is just give you guys a vibe and give you all of these applications in real time so you can see it. Check it out. All right, we're gonna go into the split mode. So we're gonna play both of these at the same time. Let's go for it. I love that feature. Now we're gonna add some keys. Let's cut it. Yeah. All right, we're gonna add some strings. Now we're gonna use the chord modes. Kind of dope, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed that quick vibe. Now, one thing I want to mention too is you do get transport control, so you can see I'm navigating through the session using these knobs, zooming in, zooming out, zooming in on the track, changing the loop portions. We can expand that or shorten it. So if you're working in the arrangement view, I just wanted to give that an honorable mention that you do have the control. All right, guys, so is this for you? If you're an Ableton user like myself and you want maximum DAW control where you barely even have to touch the computer at all, then this is a really good upgrade. If you're on the first generation of a Launchkey, or you don't own a MIDI controller yet and this is your introduction to it, then this is definitely for you 100%. Now, if you already have the Launchkey MK4, is this worth the upgrade for you? Well, if you want the new keys and you want the split function, being able to play your bass lines and chords and stuff like that, and be on more modern connectivity with the Type-C, then yeah. But if you're not gonna use any of the controls, none of these new features, stay on the MK3. You're not missing out on too much of anything. All right, now another determining factor is your budget. Now this is currently going on Sweetwater for $250. Now again, this is for if you want all of these controls. If you're going to maximize on these controls and, you know, capitalize on Ableton, then 100% this is definitely the way to go because you have way more options. But if you're looking to buy a MIDI controller just to play MIDI instruments, you don't care about all these controls, then you might as well save your money and just get you a M-Audio key station for 120 bucks and save all that money if you don't really care about controls. But if you're a newbie on the block and you're trying to make a decision on your first MIDI controller overall, I would say do your research. Compare this with the new Arteria, compare this with the new M-Audio stuff that has come out, and make an educated decision based on your needs. Other than that, guys, I hope that this added any value to you. If it did, give your boy a thumbs up, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and turn on those bell notifications so you don't miss anything else from the channel. I'll holler at you guys on the next one. Peace.